Hi, I'm Mike Marinick and welcome to this video in my series about scalp psoriasis. In this video, you will learn about the symptoms of scalp psoriasis. I will also discuss the differences between seborrheic dermatitis and scalp psoriasis. And finally, you will also learn several techniques that can help you accelerate your treatment process. Over 125 million people worldwide suffer with psoriasis, and at least half of these people have it on their scalp. Just like psoriasis that occurs in other places on the body, scalp psoriasis is basically skin cells that are growing too quickly, and it's causing red lesions that are covered with scales. The symptoms of scalp psoriasis can range from very mild to severe. In mild cases, you will usually see very slight, fine scaling. Both conditions cause scaling. However, the scales for seborrheic dermatitis will appear yellowish and greasy. For scalp psoriasis, the scales will appear dry or powdery and often have a silver look to them. Many people confuse the two, but in either case, the treatment options are often the same. If you have scalp psoriasis, you need to determine the severity of the case before you can decide which treatment option is right for you. If your scalp psoriasis is moderate to severe, then you need to consider a preparation treatment called scale softening and removal. If your psoriasis is only mild, or if it has just recently occurred on your scalp, then you can proceed to my next video where I will discuss all of the different treatment options for scalp psoriasis. For most people, if you have found my video series, then I'm pretty sure that your condition is most likely moderate to severe. So I'd like to take some time to discuss the process of scale softening and removal. Before proceeding with any topical application of medicine, the first step you should take in treating your scalp psoriasis is to remove or lift any scales or psoriasis plaques. By lifting the scales first, it will make it easier for topical medications to penetrate and clear the plaques. There are several ways to soften and remove the scales. You might want to try a scale softener product. You can find several of them on the market. Scale softeners contain active ingredients such as salicylic acid, phenol, lactic acid, or urea. These softeners are applied directly to the scalp and left on for a specific amount of time, usually overnight. In the morning, they are simply shampooed off, and the loosened scales are washed away. Another way to soften and loosen the scales is to apply a moisturizing lotion, a cream, an oil, or even an ointment to a damp scalp. This will create a slight lubricant that will make it easier for the scales to be removed with normal shampooing. To increase the effectiveness of these lubricants, many people will wrap a hot towel around their head. You may also try applying heated olive oil directly to the scalp as another lubricant option. Just apply the oil and wrap it in a towel for several hours before shampooing. As an option to the heated towel, you could also use a hairdryer to heat up the oil on the scalp. For some people, even the best softening products will not be enough, and you may need to help the process along. You can do this by using a round brush or fine-tooth comb. By combing gently with a light circular motion, you should be able to slightly exfoliate the scales. If you choose to use a comb, try holding it almost flat against your scalp while running it through your hair. Once the scales are loosened, you may shampoo the head to flush the scales from your scalp and out of your hair. It is very important that you're not too rough on your scalp. You need to be very careful not to break the skin, or you could develop an infection in the area. Also, vigorous removal of scales can cause the hair to break off, causing temporary hair loss. And one last thing to remember, psoriasis is often brought on by some type of trauma to the body. If you're too rough on your scalp and you break the skin, you could trigger more psoriasis to occur in this area. So please be careful when using these techniques.